Alright, so good day, LordNine community, and thank you for uh, opening this video. Hopefully, I'll be able to help you with building the best-in-class site build for AoE grinding. So on this video, I'm going to discuss with you my recommended weapon traits, recommended imprints, recommended class and mounts, etc. Right? So I'm using the word recommended or recommendation because again, it will still be the decision will still be on you, right? These are just recommendations, and it's up to you if you want to use them and if you think they're useful to your use case. Before we continue, I'd like to ask if you could subscribe to this channel. Just hit on that subscribe button below this video. Thank you if you did so. So I'll start with giving a high level overview, right? So for the site, I think compared to the staff and the crossbow, it has a larger AOE in general. Compared to those two classes, they have I think 5 4 meter range of AOE alone. Versus with Scythe, it's visibly bigger, especially the Endbringer strike, right? So and for this video, I'll share with you two use cases. One is with the one that requires for if you're still progressing, right? And that you need more MP and MP recovery, and the other is more of um, maximizing the AOE skills and cooldown reduction, and so you could throw in more skills and all that. So overall, there are four active skills, active AOE skills for the site mastery, right? So number one is Soul Grapple extension. I would prefer using this because this one has the bigger damage percentage in terms of the AoE compared to the suppress Soul Grapple suppress, which only has about 80% damage. Soul Grapple extension has 95% damage. So number two is Reaper Storm Typhoon. I would recommend for you to use Typhoon primarily because versus Black Hole, primarily because it lingers um on the area. So even if you're already cleared that area, the mobs in that area, you move on to your next target. There's still a chance that you will get the mobs there when they respond. So highly recommend Reaper's Storm Typhoon Plus over other weapon traits under Reaper Storm. Another skill is it depends on your preference. If you need more MP, then I would recommend for you to use Soul Drain MP Absorption. But if you are okay with the MP recovery with four or five skills, right? I would go for HP Absorption. I will. You can go for HP Absorption. The reason why I'm using MP Absorption is primarily because this is technically a free skill because it requires only 409 skills, and then it recovers 500 MP for myself. So in essence, I'm gaining 91 91 skills and 91 MP for this skill. Next skill is Ultimate Reperform. This is a prerequisite for us to use Endbringer Strike stun. So it's up to you whether you want restrain or stun, but I will go for stun primarily because at least for stun they're not gonna be able to do anything, right? But for restrain they will still be able to attack you. So if you need that's 2 seconds of the mobs not attacking you, then go for stun. Lastly, if your MP can still do it, try to get at least try to use Death Charge. So at least you can transfer or blink faster to the next target, and that's additional mobility. One thing to note, if you're on a budget, right, and if you cannot um buy both passive skills. I will implore you to use, or at least to buy or grind for the level 58 passive skill, Soul Cycle, primarily because it recovers 10% of your MP every 60 seconds. So um, that's a good way to recover MP again. So all of those 4 or 5 skills rather, Soul Grapple Extension, Reaper Storm, Typhoon, Soul Drain, Ultimate Reaper Form, and Endbringer Strike, or those 5 are the only things that you will need to use as an automatic skill if you want to grind AoE. And then the death charge is a bonus. Again, if you can, if your mana, if your MP recovery is bigger than when you're put all of those skills active. So as you can see, I have 319 MP consumed every 5 seconds, while the my MP recovery is 349. That really um, gives me a lot of leeway to use. We'll move forward with the class. There are only 2 classes that I will recommend you using. One is Alchemist, although this is not the optimal build, and the other one is Striker. So when do you use Alchemist and when do you use Striker? I will recommend for you to use Alchemist first if you're starting, especially if you need that mana pool, right? Because of um, resource saving and uh, deploy trap, which reduces skill MP consumption. And then if resource saving and deploy trap will not be sufficient, you can use life tap as an active skill, and time haste as a passive skill to reduce your skill cooldown. For enhance, I will you can make use of any of your spirit skills, ice spirit, lightning spirit, or fire spirit. Lightning spirit has the maximum damage. It gives 40% combined damage each, while for ice and fire spirit, they're only give you 110% at 91 to 100. If you don't need that much, and again, and eventually you will get reverse time, right? Whether you buy it from the market or you get it from using your Lord's Arena token, you can make use of reverse time as an active skill, and put life tap as a passive skill for you to get that additional damage boost. For striker, it's a no-brainer, I think. If you want to maximize your AoE skills, then go for Terreno's Power as an active skill, Callion's Insight as an active skill as well, and then you can use the same approach when it comes to the trick abilities. One thing to note, if you need more accuracy for striker, then go for Wild Dance. If you want more power, uh, and so I guess this is where Earth Shock can be more applicable now. If you want more power using Scythe, then use Earth Shock. For spell, best in passive slot is going to be Power of Darkness because it gives 15% skill damage at level 91. Once you open your fourth active ability, it's up to you on what ability you want to use. Whether you want to add more um, AoE skills, any of the spirit skills, and any of the AoE skills. You can even put spread venom for that matter, right? I'm only using Weapon of Darkness right now because I'm trying to train weak spot analysis. All right, I'll move on to the imprints. For imprints, again, since we're an AoE build, we're building an AoE grinding skill, right? Try to focus on either a damage to monster increase as stat on the first 3 lines, and then cooldown decrease for the fourth line. Or you can use also your primary stats, which is in this case melee attack, melee crit, etc. It's on magic attack right now because I did not make any changes from my staff imprint before. Although I have a separate melee attack for other items for PvP and for boss hunts. For Secretas imprint, focus on damage received decrease, damage received from monster decrease, and damage received decrease on the fourth line. For Callion's imprint, of course, it's a no-brainer. It's focus on skill damage, and if you can get global cooldown decrease, so at least you'll be able to throw in skills more faster, or attack speed if you want more attack speed whenever you're grinding. Lastly, on Oberon's imprint, focus on your primary stat or defense and accuracy. Since this is going to be for grind. Lastly, for the mounts, I will recommend that you use UT Pro, Delphon if you have, or Flamingo if you need that additional layer of defense whenever you're grinding. So there. I think I've covered, if not all, most of the things that you need to cover for for grinding with the site mastery. If you have any questions, please comment on the comment section. I'll be happy to answer them for you. And if you learned something and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please hit that subscribe button and and that bell button as well. So you will be able to notified. So you will get notified whenever I create contents, educational contents for LordNine. Thank you and GG.